All right, LDBC. There's your boy, the Coach Show Live on the Coach Show, the Coach Show Live. All right, guys. I want to go ahead and talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly with the UFC Trojans versus the Colorado Buffaloes. I'm going to start out with the good. First of all, the Colorado Buffaloes, they've got a heavy, deep bench when it comes to the wide receiver position and the defensive back position. They've got some really good depth at defensive back and also wide receiver and tight ends. Like, they're very good in that area of football. You saw Kamani McLean, who everybody was saying, yeah, he going into the transfer portal. And I told people, I said, listen, y'all need to be patient. Okay? And y'all need to be patient with the whole Kamani McLean situation. I said, number one, Kamani, to me, okay, Kamani seems like he's coming from a single-parent home, okay? And I noticed because whenever there's any kind of, videos on him or, any kind of, him with a parent, it's pretty much always just his mother. It's his mother and probably his sister. But, I never ever see a male, role model or father in these videos. So I kind of started thinking, this woman wants to put Kamani around the best male role model that's going to hold her son accountable because the mother's smart. She don't know how to raise no son. If she did, then, she probably would have done it, or she would have been a man to the best of her ability. But, only a man can raise a boy to become a man. That's just what it is. It's almost like you can't, tell a cat to go act like a dog. A cat can't bark. And a woman don't have a PG-13 channel. Okay? But the thing of it is, man, is that Kamani McLean, I said he's going to do what Deion Sanders, he's going to do what he wants. He's going to do what Coach Prime wants him to do. He's going to stop being late. He's going to be accountable, like Coach Prime held him accountable. And Coach Prime said, I don't have a problem with him playing. When he's ready to play, he'll play. Okay, when he plays, that's up to him. And then you saw in another video, Kamani McLean was like, they asked the guy, hey, so what's the word of the week? Be on time. That's what he said. He said, be on time. So see, that was a conversation, and I told y'all, and I'm going to talk about this first. I told y'all, and I was telling people, look, Coach Prime is going to have a private conversation with Kamani McLean. He going to sit him in the office, and let me tell you how the conversation went. It went like this. Hey, my man, come on in and sit down for a minute. I talk to you. Kamani, your mama worked 3, 4, 5 jobs to get you to this position. And you can't be on time? Don't you want to get your mama that house? Are you sick of your mama having to go to work all times of the night? That ain't hard to find. Ain't you tired of her going in and day out to the same job? She was doing that to keep food in your stomach and clothes on your back. Who is swag if I ain't swag? Kamani, what are you doing? Man, what are you doing? You look like a fool. And son, you embarrass yourself. Look at you. You can't even have talk with the damn gold teeth in you. Man, I made that up. But son, you gotta get mama that house. And the only way you gonna get mama that house, you got to be accountable. You got to study. You gotta work at your craft, son. And I'm gonna tell you, that was the best speech that boy heard. But he heard every word that Deion Sanders told him. Kamani McLean heard every single solitary word that Deion Sanders told him. I said, be patient. Deion Sanders is going to work the situation out. There's a reason why Kamani McLean's mother and sister, they virtually stayed quiet on the whole situation. They virtually stayed quiet because that mother completely 100% trusts Coach Prime. She wants her son there. She wants him there because Coach Prime is going to look after her son and do what other coaches aren't going to do. He's not going to just try to monopolize this guy's talent. He's not going to do that. He's not going to monopolize the guy's talent. Okay? Not going to do it. will not monopolize a guy's talent just so he can get a win. Wants to make a man out of this kid. Wants to help this kid, be better in life. And that's what Deion's doing. And I applaud Deion Sanders. Okay, the good is that Deion Sanders used Kamani McLean to get in there. And Kamani McLean had a positive impact. Okay? And Amari Miller, my God. Man, this dude right here, he was unconscious tonight. The guy was just catching everything that went in the air, he caught it. Everything that went in the air, this dude caught. Like, huge, man. They got some options, man. They can pull out Travis Hunter for a series. They can put him in there. Like, guys, they are deep. They're very, very deep. Now, those guys, they're not better than Travis Hunter, okay? They're not better than him. But they got a deep, deep bench at that position. Okay? Here's the bad. The offensive line, they're still having a problem protecting Shedeur Sanders. He's getting sacked way too many times. And at the Oregon game, it was utterly ridiculous how many times this guy got sacked. They can't protect this guy the way he needed. Shedeur Sanders is making a lot of moves with his feet. He's making lots and lots of moves with his feet. Okay, he's moving, avoiding rushes and avoiding trouble, okay, by using his feet. The other bad thing is that the running game still hasn't been established. It was a little bit better this week, but the running game still hadn't been established. They need to get a big bruising tailback. They need somebody who can go in there and really run up in that middle. Okay, they need a bruiser. They need somebody. Okay, somebody. They need a bruising running back. They need that person. They just don't have it. The guys they got now, I think they're good third down backs. That's what I think. I think I forgot the guy named number 3. He's a running back also. I think he's a good third down back. That's what he is. He's not a 4 down. He's just not a first down back. You don't run that guy up the middle. He's too small. And also number 9. Okay, those guys are not big enough. Okay. The running game still, it looked, average, subpar. The passing game was on point. Shedeur, like I said, the passing game, the wide receivers, and I thought the defensive backs, me personally, I thought in the second half of the game, they did what they were supposed to do. Now, also, the bad, the defense. The defense. They starting too doggone slow. They're starting too slow. And they let USC just run up and down that field and do whatever the hell they wanted to do. They let USC run up and down that field and do what the hell they wanted to do in the first half of that game. It was almost like those guys, they didn't believe that they can get the job done. They didn't believe it. And so, I sat back and I said, damn, Colorado getting their ass whooped up in here. Like, it was crazy. And I think going into the half, what was it, 41-14? Or what was it, 35-14? I don't know, but man, they was getting their asses handed to them. And I started thinking maybe this might be another blowout for next week. No. The second half of the game, the defense began to really show out. The offense started to show out. The offensive line still, to me, was struggling. They were still struggling trying to keep Shedeur Sanders, safe in the pocket. The pocket collapsed. And you had guys running straight through the hole, and it's like, damn. Like, okay, can somebody put a hat on some of these guys? And then you're leaving like the little undersized running back. Another reason why you need a big bruising tailback. You're leaving this undersized running back to block these big ass, defensive linemen. Mismatch all the way. And the USC, they took advantage of these mismatches. They did it. They did it, and they did it often, taking advantage of the mismatches. There's some things at Colorado they're working out, okay? They're working that out. And I think when Deion said, hey, y'all better get me now. Y'all better get me now. You better get me now. I ain't hard to find. When he said that, y'all better get me now. Pretty much like, hey, I ain't got what I need right now. I'm lacking in some field, so y'all can go and take advantage of that situation. But you better get me now. Because if you don't get me now, you ain't going to get me later. Because I'm going to be tearing your ass up later. That's what he meant. Let's talk about the ugly. The play calling. I don't understand for the life of me. You got an undersized running back. You got 2 undersized running backs. And you're going to run those running backs up the middle. And I know Deion, is a man of integrity. and he's going to trust his offensive coordinators. Okay, I get that. But when your offensive coordinator is running the ball and you need 2 scores and you need a stop. You got to get a quick touchdown. Why are we running the ball? I don't know. Are we trying to do like some misdirection? And I could have even understood if we would have did a reverse. Okay, I would have got that. Or I would have understood if we would have did a run draw. Okay, that would have been okay, because you're trying to do a little misdirection. That would have been fine. But just to run it straight up the middle, you got 5 defensive line front, and you're gonna run the ball up the middle. Like, what the hell sense does that make? What does that make? Then I start thinking, okay, well, he only did it that one play. No, he did it twice in a row. And I'm like, damn, Shedeur Sanders is like, he's on fire. You keep the ball in his hands. You let Shedeur either win you the game or lose you the game. Because Shedeur is your star player. You let him do it. He's already proven that he can make plays. Okay? He's already shown you and shown the country that he can make big plays. And against a top team like UFC, he was making plays. Why not give that guy the ball? You run 2 run plays. Then I start thinking, okay, well, is this intentional? Like, is he intentionally? Then I start wondering, well, why Deion not? Why is Deion not like overriding some of this stuff? And I start thinking, Deion, you played 1,000 years in the NFL. You've been playing football your whole life. You know what a stupid play is. I don't know. I didn't understand those calls. And then, of course, time ran out. Now, instead of being able to kick the ball off, you had to do an onside kick. Okay, and that matters. That matters in a game. Instead of having to kick the ball off, now you got to do an onside kick. Good thing they had a penalty, but, they could have had, they wasted, I counted, they wasted 1 minute and 28 seconds. Do you know in a close game, 1 minute and 28 seconds is an eternity? You wasted that much time on that one drive because you ran the ball twice. And I gotta say, excuse my language, what the fuck was Chip Kelly? Is it Chip Kelly? I think it was Chip Kelly. What was he thinking? And what was Deion thinking for allowing it to just go? What was he thinking? Like, did they think that they were gonna fool? They were gonna fool the UFC defense with their spectacular running game? No, because you don't have a spectacular running game. That's just what it is. You don't have a spectacular running game. You wasn't gonna fool these guys with the running game that's non-existent. Like, I just don't get the play call. I don't get it. But to do it once, then to do it twice. No, they did it several times in crucial drives, and I'm sitting here like, what are you doing? Even the fans in the stadium start booing them. At one point in the game, the fans started booing the play selection. The fans started booing the Colorado Buffaloes offense. And it's bad when you're fans. Most of them ain't never played a sport in their life. Most of them ain't never can't even play rec ball. But when they can see that you're running dumbass plays, that's bad. When a student body can see that your play selection sucks, that's real bad. And I'm glad the fans called him out on it. Like, yo, bro, Shedeur Sanders was having like a phenomenal second half. Okay, your boy Marion Miller was just tearing it up, lighting up the field. Why not? Why not? Like, what? Why the apprehension? It's a close game. Okay, it's a close game. You put the ball in the air. Okay, they got the receivers to get a quick 6. Okay, they got it. Your defense is playing good. Why not throw the damn ball in the air? Why not hit a quick 6 touchdown? Why not? They didn't want to do it. Some of the worst play calling that I've ever seen at the end of this game. And I'm not diminishing what the Colorado Buffaloes did. Hell, they played a magnificent game. They played an awesome game. But you have to look at the offensive coordinator. Like, folks, you can't be a football fan. And I know we love Deion, but we got to look at this offensive coordinator. What was he thinking? I don't know. Was the man on some of that Colorado crack? What was going on in this man's mind? What was going on in that bald-ass head of his? Like, and this offensive coordinator is going to be the villain. And I won't be surprised if they run this guy out of town. I don't know. I think some changes need to be made there. Because it's the second week in a row that this offensive coordinator has ran a few plays where I'm like, this is very questionable. That's very questionable. Like, and it's questionable to the point, like, why are you running when we need to put the ball in the air? I don't get it. Even at the end of the Oregon game, okay, so we want to score very quickly. We want to score quickly, okay? Well, put the ball in the air. No, times he ran. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, you believe that this running game is going to fool these teams. Like, you got to laugh at this offensive coordinator. This man got to be dumb. Just dumb. Just dumb. That's the ugly. Them running calls was ugly as hell. But what do you do? Like, folks, what the hell do you do? Like, real talk. What do you do? I don't know, man. I don't like this offensive coordinator. I don't like him. I don't like him. Even in the Colorado State game, I was questioning some of the play calls. And Colorado State, in my opinion, man, they should have blew them boys out the water. But again, poor play calling, and it wasn't all his fault. Some of it was on the defense. Some of it was, like, in the first half, I felt like the offense wasn't helping the defense because they were getting a lot of 3 and outs. And, finally, the baller that Shedeur is, and these other people, they stepped up, okay? Mike Harrison stepped up, Amarion Miller stepped up. The other guy, number 29 on the defense, he stepped up. Okay, McLean stepped up. Them guys, they stepped up. Okay, they stepped up. Kamani McLean stepped up, played his ass off. The offensive coordinator, I don't know, you probably need to go. That's just my honest opinion. I think we probably might want to question that guy. You might want to question the play selection. And I guess Deion probably was in a bad spot because he didn't want to override him, and because then people be talking about that. Then they be talking about, see, if Deion just would have trusted his offensive coordinator, probably would have won. See, Deion Sanders, he's in a no-win situation. No matter what this man does, he's in a no-win situation. He's in a very, very bad no-win situation. Every move this man make, he's scrutinized and criticized for it. So, I guess he just said, you know what, let me trust my offensive coordinator. And I think that this probably cost him a win. Now, it was it was far-fetched that we think that the Colorado Buffaloes was going to win, but they almost won. And maybe if they could have had that minute and 28 seconds back, maybe they could have won. Maybe they would have had a chance to win. The defense was playing amazing in the second half. Maybe it could have happened. But now we'll never know because of those dumbass plays.